Hey, today we're going to take a look at my new rifle. This is a Thompson center, otherwise known as a TC. It's a Venture model. This one is chambered in .308 Winchester. We're going to take a look at it. I'm going to tell you why I bought it. The gun comes with a guarantee, a 3-shot 100-yard guarantee, so we're going to take a look at that and put that guarantee to the test. But in the meantime, let's take a quick look at the gun. It does have a synthetic stock. Got a nice rubber recoil pad on it. I do like the rubber grips or the rubber panels they've put in the stock. And as you can see, it comes with pre-installed scope bases. The gun uses a 3-round magazine. Now the magazine looks like it's very well made. So I have no problem with a plastic magazine as long as it works. The gun does have an adjustable trigger. Now to adjust the trigger, you're going to take the bolt out, and if you look right down here, right in the center of the screen, you see that little set screw? That's how you adjust the trigger, so you don't have to take the stock off the gun to adjust it. And while I have the bolt out, let's take a look at the bolt. You'll notice it has 3 lugs on it. Now most bolt action rifles, they have 2 lugs. This one has 3. TC says that that's going to increase accuracy, so you know what, we're going to find out here very shortly. Well, it does have a cocked indicator. Really like the balance of this gun and the weight. You know, it's not too heavy, it's not too light. It actually, as soon as I was handed the gun and I brought it up, that's pretty much when I decided I was going to buy it. So let's take a look at the guarantee that comes with this gun. Now here's the guarantee. Now when I bought this guarantee was wrapped around the forearm. So let me show you what that says. As you can see, made in America, accuracy guaranteed, minute of angle. It says right here, 3 shots in 1 inch at 100 yards, guaranteed. Now, you know, I looked for the fine print on this, because everybody that offers a guarantee on anything, they have a fine print. Well, there's no fine print. I went to the website, looked at the guarantee. Guess what? No fine print. 3 shots in 1 inch at 100 yards, guaranteed. So we're going to put that to the test. Now I want to talk about the ammunition real quick. I do a lot of shooting, so most everything I shoot is my own reloads. So that's what I'm going to put in this, is reloaded ammunition. I very rarely buy factory ammo unless I'm buying cheap Russian plinking ammo. Everything I shoot is reload. So I put together some 147 grain full metal jacket 308 loads, and we're going to put them through this. Now these loads they're very accurate in other rifles I've shot them through, so I expect them to do pretty good in this. Did I mention this gun is actually made by Smith & Wesson? It says right here on the barrel, TC Arms, manufactured by Smith & Wesson. So that's pretty cool. Smith & Wesson, I've always been happy with them. But one thing I want to talk about is the warranty that this gun comes with, or the guarantee, the 3-shot guarantee. When I first got this gun, first thing I did when I got home is I swabbed out the bore, just like it says in the manual, and you should do that with any new gun. I checked the scope bases, checked the screws, they were nice and tight. So I mounted my range, I mounted the scope, and I took it out to the range, and I fired 3 rounds through it. Got about a 3-inch group. Was not very happy. So I settled down and I fired 3 more shots. Now that group was about 5 inches. So I knew something wasn't right. So I took the gun and I grabbed the scope, and guess what? It had a lot of play in it. Now, it wasn't the scope, it wasn't the rings, it was actually the factory installed bases that come loose. I mean, they were pretty loose. Apparently the screws started coming loose with my first shot. So I wasn't too happy about that. So I took the gun home, pulled the scope off, pulled the bases off. I cleaned all the screws, I cleaned the screw holes. I used blue Loctite and I put everything back together. So I'm going to put the scope back on. We're going to go to the range and we're going to do the official 3-shot test at 100 yards, and we're going to see if this gun is actually going to shoot 3 shots in 1 inch, or if that guarantee is just bogus. So let's get a scope mounted and we'll get over to the range and do some shooting. As you can see, I got a very sturdy shooting bench made out of concrete. I've got a Harris bipod mounted to my rifle. I have a pretty decent scope on it, and I do have a leather sandbag for my buttstock. So a good solid setup. So you know what? Let's go ahead and put a few rounds in this and see what happens. Alright, I'm going to fire 3 shots and put this 1 inch guarantee to the test. So I'm going to take my time. It's going to take me probably 1 minute, maybe 1.5 minutes to fire these. So we'll see you guys down at the 100-yard line in just a few seconds. Well, I took my time. I fired 3 shots. Now I fired those shots to the very best of my ability. And did this gun meet its 1 inch guarantee? Well, let's find out. Look at that. I got 3 shots, and I've already measured that, and it measures 1/2 inch. To say I'm impressed is an understatement. This gun is shooting a lot better than I expected it to. And now watch this. If I take this penny, I can cover all 3 rounds with 1 penny. That's pretty amazing for a rifle like this with the skinny barrel. You know, Thompson says this gun is accurate for a number of reasons. One is the 5R rifling, the adjustable trigger, and the 3 lugs on the bolt. And you know what? I'm sold. This is the best group I've ever shot with a non-target rifle, and just absolutely amazed. Well, there you have it. So, did this gun live up to its 3-shot guarantee? Well, yes and no. Obviously it didn't at first due to the factory installed scope bases, but it was a minor fix. So after that, of course, the gun shot that 1/2 inch group, which I was very impressed with. So if you're looking for a good, accurate bolt action, man, take a look at the Thompson Venture. Just really a good, accurate rifle. This is definitely a keeper. So if you're looking for a good bolt action, take a look at the Thompson. You know what? Thanks for watching my video, and we'll see you guys next time.